This is essentially a week's worth of the majority of my protein and carbs. You ready? Yeah. No, dude, I'm ready. I was born ready. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the video. Welcome to part 2 of the budget bodybuilding series. We saw in the last video the grocery shopping. I got a bunch of food laid out here today, and as I said, we're cooking. Today I'm gonna prep a bunch of the food for the week. Mostly I'll have the proteins and the carbs, things that we can have ahead of time so we can just pre-package them. We can pull them out so you don't have to cook everything like each meal throughout the week. To make this a lot more convenient, I'm gonna show you the ways that I hook up my stuff between the beef and the chicken and the carbs and all that. If you missed part 1 of this series, click the link in the description, first link in the description, to watch the grocery shopping video. It's a very good video to see all the stuff that we bought for the week. And if you're unaware, as I said in the first video, what we have is a week's worth of groceries on a bulking diet for only $50. That is budget bodybuilding. That is a cheap week's worth of groceries. Let's get in the cooking. So what we'll start with, first meal of the day will be eggs. Oh my gosh. I probably just think I cracked them. Oh my goodness. I don't even know why that just happened, but nope, we're good. So because it is 3 in the afternoon, I'm not gonna cook up eggs and oatmeal just for the sake of this video. So I'll show you in the next video, which will be the full day of eating video, how I make the eggs and oatmeal. Pretty simple. The oatmeal, I'll just do a cup of oatmeal. I'll pour it in, a bowl with some water, heat it up in the microwave, then put in a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of protein powder like I talked about in the last video. That's really all there is to it. The eggs, we will do 5 eggs for breakfast, scrambled. And like I said, I might take out some of the yolks. It kind of depends how I'm feeling that morning. What I'll do is I'll just crack them, put them in a bowl, and I'll use a spoon to scoop out however many yolks I want, scramble them, put them on the pan. Y'all know how to make scrambled eggs. It's not hard. Now we can get going on carbs. I'll start with rice because this is gonna be the easiest thing. So I've got over here a rice cooker. Makes this whole process a lot more convenient. Oh, I need to grab my scale. So generally what I'll do is when I make my eggs and oatmeal for breakfast, I'll also make my rice for the day. So I do 2 meals of rice. I do 1.5 cups of rice for each meal. That's 4 servings of rice for the day. And I'll only just make enough for the day because then I can have fresh rice pretty much for each day, because it's easy enough. I can just throw it in the rice cooker to start the day, not super hard. So I'll make rice for tomorrow. I'll just do, so there'll be 4 servings of rice. Oh, do I even lift? I just need to open this package just enough to pour rice out. Super awkward opening to the package, but okay, we'll just dump this out. We're looking for 180 grams, boom, 180. And then what you've got to do if you're cooking in this rice cooker, I've never done this before until I got the rice cooker, is rinsing your rice. Because if you don't rinse it, like the starchy stuff in it, so when I rinse this out, I'll pour the water in it. It doesn't really matter. And when I pour out the water, you can see the water in it. I don't know how well you can tell on the camera. I'm not even gonna try to show. The water's murky, so you try to rinse it until the water gets clear. So we just, fill it up, dump out the water, the rice will stay in here. This might take honestly 10 to 15 rinses if you really want to get it clear, and the clearer the better, because if you don't rinse out the rice, it will cause the rice cooker to bubble over a lot more, and that is one big mess. And I mean, the most that I can try to rinse this out, it's not going to completely get it. The rice cooker's still going to bubble up a little bit, but I mean, I'm gonna do as much as I can. And then this little pot here is convenient. It has some lines on the side to help show me you can probably see it on the outside here, but it has little marker lines for the number of servings, how much water you should put in. So I don't really even have to measure it out. Otherwise, I can just put the water right in here, throw it in the rice cooker, hop on, plug it in, and we'll just flip this switch. That's all we do. Sweet potatoes. This is gonna be a little bit more work because I'm gonna show you how I cook these sweet potatoes up. I am no sweet potato master, but we're gonna do a kind of a rough mashed sweet potato. How I'm gonna do this, first of all, I'm gonna rinse these a little bit, really just getting them wet. Yep. Then we'll chop the ends off the sweet potatoes, so like these parts here. I'm just gonna cut them up into smaller pieces and stick them in this pot, I swear. Well, I don't have another knife, so we're just gonna blunt force our way through these potatoes and hope I don't dang near cut my finger off. This is dangerous. I'm in the kitchen. This is extreme. And then I'm just gonna toss them into the pot here. These are hardly gonna fit into this pot here, but then we're gonna fill this up with some water, just about to the top, you know, as much water as we can get in here. That should be good. Bring this bad boy over to the stove top, set her down, and bring it to a boil. Let that sit for a while. We'll just, I'll take care of that later. Just eat these. It's kind of like a carrot. I don't like this.
Then stop eating. I was kidding.
Oh.
Separate.
I don't want any more.
Stop eating it. Zachary, stop.
Okay, I'll do more. Little bugger under here. Get out of there. Okay, I'm actually gonna go pick that up. All right, now that we got the carbs going, talk about proteins. The two major meat protein sources that we had were the ground beef and the chicken. I'm cooking up in this crock pot. So this is a slow cooker. I threw all of the chicken in here. It was like almost 5.5 pounds of chicken. Threw all the breasts in here, like what, 6 hours ago maybe? I think they're about done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna open this up. Come get a look. Come get a look at these chickens. Put the camera on those chickens. Don't they look good? Don't that just look good in there? Yeah, that's delicious. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this out, because as you saw, there's a fair amount of liquid in there, which is really just the fat coming off the chicken that was cooked off. So there's not a ton of fat on chicken breasts. Like, these things are pretty lean, but there's enough in there that I don't really want. And if I can just pour it out, might as well. So super easy. I'm just gonna do that. Don't have to get all of it, just like if there's excess fat juice, might as well get it out of there, you know what I'm saying? Then, this is a lot drier now. That almost burnt my phone. What I like about the slow cooker is this stuff gets really like juicy because of all that water sitting there in that pot. So it is super easy to tear apart. So we're gonna shred up this chicken and we're just gonna tear this up. Look how easily that comes apart. Like we're shredding. We are shredding the gnar, as the kids say. I don't actually know what that means, but like we're shredding chicken very easily. What'd you just say?
I just put my elbow in your beef.
Nice. All right. Back to the shreds. Back to shreds. This won't take me long at all, as long as I've like cooked it long enough. The shred's super easy. I just take a fork to it, start like moving it around. The seasoning I put in there. So I put a little bit of seasoning in there. I used this Montreal chicken. It's a little garlicky and herby. I like it. Along with a little bit of the chipotle roasted garlic. I like that one too. I'm gonna use that one more on the beef. Stay warm in there for now. Direct our attention over here. Check on the carbs. Rice is boiling a little bit. That one will just do its job. Pot of water is coming to a boil over here. That's looking good. Now we can focus on Samantha's elbow meat. Ground beef, 80-20. Like I said in the video before, the 80-20 is a little more fatty than we might want, but we're gonna be able to cook off a little bit of the fat. I didn't know if this is actually a thing that you can do. Like I figured there's a lot of juice that comes off of the beef. Like you can probably drain some of that juice and it's probably less fat content. But I actually found a study. Like there's actually studies done that show that you can get up to 50% of the fat content off of the beef by like draining it, rinsing it, all that stuff. So this 80-20 beef is gonna essentially become the same kind of like macro protein fat ratio as getting like 90-10 beef. Saves you a ton of money. Use this big pan. It's a little larger than my face. The 0 calorie spray is only 0 calories per every quarter second. Shout out Max Tuning. So quarter spray, 0 calories, 0 calories, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I'm just gonna throw all this beef. Get the rest of this on here. Yep. And we're going to just spread that around. It's a lot of beef here, so try to get it like as flat, as spread as we can in this big pan. Let that go for a little bit. Check back on these potatoes. We're starting to bubble a little bit. I'm gonna grab this big spoon and get the ones that aren't in the water into the water. Just mix them around a little bit. Careful so I'm not just splashing water everywhere, you know? Oh, no. Get back in there. You gotta be careful when I'm boiling this many, because it can very easily boil over. So just gotta watch it, adjust the temperature, keep mixing them around. Then just go back and forth between here. I guess I didn't really say in the shopping video why I went with like chicken breast and ground beef. First of all, because they're the cheapest things there. You know, ground beef's not always gonna be the cheapest thing, but I mean, I could have just gone like straight chicken breast if I really wanted to get like the cheapest option, or I could have got like an even cheaper type of chicken. I've done just chicken and rice before, and I could have just done chicken and rice. But beef will give you a little more vitamins and minerals. But beef's a little, I mean, what do I want to say about beef? But beef is at least a different protein source. So we're not just getting like chicken proteins, we get a little different types of protein in our body. Beef has different things. I'm gonna stop pretending like I know what I'm talking about, and I'm just gonna cook the beef. Okay. All right, so the meat's pretty close to being browned. The potatoes, what we're gonna wanna do with these potatoes is boil them just until they start breaking down a little bit. So come a little closer here. You can kind of see that they're breaking apart a little bit in here, so that means they're soft enough that we can start mashing them up a little bit. I think I'm gonna give them just a little bit more. I'm gonna let them sit in here, soak a little bit, and I'm gonna do the, you good? Okay, I'm gonna do the beef first. I'm gonna let those sit. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this strainer, colander, white thing with holes. I'm gonna put this over here in the sink. I'm gonna bring this over. You're probably not supposed to like pour this stuff down the drain, but we're just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna pour the beef in here. I swear if I'm losing beef off the side. I'm just gonna pour the beef in here. I'm gonna put this back over here for a sec. I'm just gonna let some of that fat oil drain out, and then what we're gonna do, put the camera on my face. Then what we're gonna do, do I look like intense?
Looks like you're getting like a facial.
Rising up from the ashes. Then we're gonna pour cold water over the top and rinse extra fat off of the beef. I haven't put on any seasoning or anything yet, so it's not like I'm just washing off the seasoning. We're just washing extra fat off the beef. Then once you've got a good rinse, you can let all of that drain out. Then we're gonna pour the beef right back in. Took out a ton of that fat. This beef is a lot leaner now. Gonna heat it back up a little bit and throw the seasonings on. So like I said, we got the chipotle, roasted garlic, a ton of that. We're just going crazy on the seasoning. Do a little salt and probably a little bit of this Montreal chicken on there too, just because I like it. Mix that around. So now it's gonna still be seasoned, still gonna taste good, still gonna have a little bit of that fat that was cooked in, but all the excess fat is gone. We'll let that sit, stay warm, then we'll turn the potatoes. So again, these are at a point where they're kind of just falling apart. So all we're gonna do, we're just gonna take these and dump out most of the water. We probably don't even need the strainer. If there's a small bit of water left, it's fine because we're like mashing it up. So we'll bring this back over here, take the spoon and mash them up. Like I said, this is kind of gonna be a rough mash because I'm not putting any like butter or cream or milk or anything in here. I didn't peel the skins off either, so it's gonna be like a skinny mash. Sweet potato? It's fine, I don't really care. Like, if there's skins in there, I don't care. You say this looks nasty? Looks delicious. You can go to town on this as much as you want, but this is pretty much what we're looking for right here. Give them a good shot of that. Doesn't that just look delicious? It's just, And the way we're gonna make this even better is we're gonna put some salt in there and some cinnamon. Pour a bunch of cinnamon in there. So good. Mix that in. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing. It smells like Thanksgiving. That is the mashed sweet potato. That's done. Beef's done. Rice is done. The rice cooker chicken's done there. All we have left to do is the frozen vegetables. This is the easiest part. Should we just take this bad boy? Come on. That's it. So let's wait for those to cook. I'll add some extra time. Oh, hello. So then all we're gonna do here to make this super easy for the rest of the week, just got a bunch of these Tupperwares. I'm just gonna throw them in individual Tupperwares. I'll also put it on the scale just to like check how much it weighs, because I mean the chicken will weigh differently. It'll lose some of that water, obviously. The beef will lose a bunch of that stuff that we poured out. So I just like to know how much it is. It helps me kind of like gauge how much I can eat like per meal per week to try to even it out. So we'll do the beef. Let's scoop this out. Then we'll do sweet potatoes. Ladle those out. There's definitely chunks in there. I didn't completely mash it, but it's fine. Just spice it up, you know. You like some bites you'll get a little more solid sweet potatoes. Some bites you'll get a little more mash. Then we'll do rice. Again, this isn't gonna like be a full week's tub of rice. Like I said, this is just enough rice to get us through tomorrow. And then the chicken. It's questionable if I'm gonna get all the chicken into one thing. I'm probably gonna have to split it into two. Yeah, this is a lot of chicken. Definitely not gonna fit this all to one Tupperware. And then I would store we just got the vegetables. So I'm out of Tupperware, so I don't know. I've got a 6th Tupperware that has like one more meal of chicken and rice in it, so I'll eat that. I'll just hold on to this for a bit and then I'll throw that in there. But this is essentially a week's worth of the majority of my protein and carbs. I mean, this will, you know, we'll cook some of the other stuff, but that's the video. That is cooking on this bulking diet. $50 a week. Hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully you try some of this stuff out. For you to also get big, eat big on a budget, $50 a week. That's all we got today. Like I said in the last video, if any of these videos in this series, this is part 2. If you missed part 1 was the grocery shopping video, go check that out. And then the next video will be the full day of eating video where I show you all of these meals. I eat everything, show you what these meals look like. But if any of these videos get 200 likes, I will do this same thing, grocery shopping, cooking, full day of eating for only $40 a week. If you want to see that, hit that like button down below and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new, if you just stumbled across this video, to stay tuned and get excited for the next video. That one will be out in a few days. That's all we got today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I'd like come smack the camera. Yeah, get closer. There we go.